Hello guys, today we'll be going over several incidents, okay, that prove that the media and Twitter are completely hypocritical. That they're completely hypocritical. Well, they complain that fans demand things to be changed, and that fans demand stuff, and also the spoiler, it says spoilers, but I've seen the movie already. I don't have to worry about that, but I don't want to spoil any of the movie for you if you didn't get the chance to see it because all the theaters are gone. They're all closed. You can't see them, so you have to wait until the movie comes out on Blu-ray or digital. So the first example of this is Sonic. There were articles out there. I went over the article, and there was this article that was complaining that Sonic ruins the artist's vision, okay? That Sonic ruins the artist's vision because they changed the design for the fans, okay? But then, the SJWs and the 5 people on Twitter, they constantly demand things to be changed, okay? Constantly demand things to be changed. But of course, we can't question them because they have all the power and authority. Because they are the ones that quote unquote buy this woke stuff, even though everything woke bombs. Okay, so Sonic is the first example of this. They complain about Sonic, and there's multiple times where SJWs demanded things to be changed. So is to go over the Joker movie. Okay, the Joker movie. Okay. This movie, it's infamous because the SJWs made it infamous, okay? I watched the movie. The movie was really great, was amazing, as well. But if we could the movie is actually disturbing is actually pretty disturbing because you see people but the movie is meant to be disturbing, okay? The movie, that's the whole vision of the movie. That's the whole point of the movie. The movie is meant to make you feel bad for the Joker, but we're not gonna go into spoilers here at all. They were complaining that Joker was violent. Okay, so what was the violent thing that happened in the movie? A riot, which appeared in the Hunger Games. There were little movies about war, and you're telling me that Joker? Oh, there's a little riot in Joker? That's so violent, okay? That's so violent, okay? Oh yeah, movies about war, okay? Movies like Kill Bill where blood is spraying over everywhere. No. Or little horror movies where the grossest stuff happens. No. Joker shooting 3 guys in the subway? That's so violent, okay? That's so violent to the 5 people on Twitter. It's so close to real world. John Wick beating up people and suing people every other second? Oh, that's not we don't see no violence there, okay? There's zero violence in John Wick, okay? You have PG-13 movies showing more violence than Joker, okay? Alita Battle Angel, you have characters in the motorball scene have their heads slashed off. I know they're cyborgs, but they're still characters having their heads slashed off, or Venom eating people, okay? And the Venom movies, these are PG-13 movies. Okay, PG-13 movies. Of course, Venom doesn't show, but but it's implied that he ate someone. Okay, or Deadpool. Deadpool is more violent than Joker. Okay, but the SJWs demanded Joker be changed. They demanded because why did they want Joker to be changed? Because it was about a white guy. Yes, that's why they demanded. They demanded Joker to be changed. Okay, and now let's get to the most infamous franchise for this: Star Wars. Star Wars is a dead franchise, okay? You still have the Disney part saying, oh, Star Wars is not dead. It still made $1 billion. And you still have the Disney hops and the Star Wars, fanboys who will not accept any of the flaws of the sequel trilogy, and which mostly are railroads. Well, guess what? They got rid of Rose Tico, and guess what the SJWs did? They complained and demanded that Rose Tico had her own TV show. Yes, a character that no one likes, a character that everybody hates, and a show that will probably bomb if it gets released. Because nobody likes this character, Rose Tico, okay? They try to put more fan service in, you know what? The critics hated it, and the movie still bombs. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker is still a failure. Yes, it's still a failure. It couldn't beat Rogue One or Justin for Frayson, and now because all the theaters are closed, Star Wars never beats Joker. It never did, and it never will, unless Disney, of course, uses those sneakiness to push Joker ahead of Joker. But I don't think they will. I don't think Disney really cares about Star Wars being Joker for $2 million. Okay, no, for 20 million, for like $20 million. Yeah, Star Wars is a dead franchise because Disney killed it. Because guess what? They didn't listen to the fans. If you look at Sonic, if it wasn't for the virus, Sonic would have passed Pikachu. It would have been the highest grossing game movie of all time. Okay? You know, the movie would have been done super well if it wasn't for the virus. Movie would probably at least broke $500 million worldwide. Okay? But now we can go to games. No, I don't want to buy Rise of Skywalker. That's a waste of money. Now I'll go to games. Do you remember Overwatch, that game that nobody played? Well, yes, we're going to talk about Overwatch, the game that nobody plays anymore. Well, guess what? Why does no one play Overwatch? Because the SJWs demand so much things changed about the game. Of course, there was the controversial Tracer pose, whereas the only people who were mostly complaining was Twitter and the 5 people on, oh, the Tracer's pose is too sexualized. Oh, no, we must remove it. Okay? This is so ridiculous. And let's not forget the reason why the character Zarya exists. And I'm not joking here. Because SJWs complained that there are too many Finn women in the game. And there's no my representation in the game, okay? No representation are reasonable, okay? And let's not forget that they're making all the characters in Overwatch gay. Does that seem like a coincidence at all? Okay? And let's not forget all the other disasters that Blizzard put out after Overwatch. Let's not forget the disaster they did of Diablo, the franchise Diablo, and the franchise Warcraft, and drove those franchises into dead. Okay? Those franchises are dead. And let's not forget and I'm not going to go over the list of characters that have been gender bended for, or race bended for the SJWs alone. That's too that list is so long to count that I can't even see. Another recent example is anime games in the West. Okay? For example, Neptunia and Persona 5 are 2 games. The SJWs demanded that Persona 5 Royale must be changed for the West. Must be changed. Okay? 2 controversial scenes. Okay? Those scenes are not controversial in Japan. Well, I can't, they always constantly talk about we must appreciate others' cultures. Okay? But you know what? They're trying to censor My Hero Academia all the time. And they're winning on that one. And the soul's probably going to start to drop. They're also trying to change Persona 5 Royale. And they want to change Persona 5 Royale. But the moment the fans speak out, they'll call people the words all the time, okay? And, yeah, it's just so dumb, okay, here. But when the fans get what they want, you know what they're going to say? If Persona 5 Royale, they put stuff in for the fans, they'll say the same thing as the Sonic movie. Oh my god, Persona 5 ruins the artist's vision, okay? Why you make a movie for the fans? Why you listen to the fans? Okay? That's such a difficult thing, okay? And let's just go back to Sonic the Hedgehog, okay? Why Sonic the Hedgehog is such an important movie to the film industry. This is why Sonic the Hedgehog and the gaming industry as well. It's because this movie is a success. It made $306 million on a $95 million budget. It'll probably make another $20 to $40 million on Blu-ray as well. And probably made another $50 to $60 million in China once it comes out there as well. So the movie will probably make around $400 million at the end of its run. But this movie is still a success. They still lost. This movie still made money. And if you're a fan, and of course, if you're a fan of Sonic and you couldn't see the movie, even though you sort of saw it on opening weekend, you can still buy. You can still get on Blu-ray. It will still be giving money to Jeff Fowler and Paramount for listening to the fans, for realizing that hey, maybe instead of listening to Twitter, we listen to the normal people who have been demanding that this stuff ends with Hollywood. Hollywood is like it's kind of like Hollywood doesn't listen to. It's like that one person who never listens to you because it's kind of like that one scene in that one movie. Well, the character ignores them, and the one guy demands all this, and the guy says nope. Okay, that's what Hollywood is now. Okay, Hollywood isn't this creative thing anymore. Okay, all they do, and let's not forget the company that's fastest fans the most. Besides, of course, Sony, Disney. People say that Disney's this perfect company. Disney is a perfect company. No, they're not. They're not no perfect company. Okay, you know, they're not no perfect company. Okay. If Disney was a perfect company, then why are they doing the same thing that Blizzard is doing? Okay, they're making woke remakes of the movies. Okay, or semi woke remakes of the movies. Okay, they're making movie, and a lot of the movies no one wants to see. Okay, Onward. Okay, it wouldn't matter if the virus came or not. Onward still would have bombed at the box office because the movie is garbage. Okay, Pixar lost their magic. Nobody cares about Pixar. The only way Pixar is gonna make money now is by getting the nostalgia, the '90s and '80s nostalgia fans to come out and see endless sequels to The Incredibles and Toy Story, okay, and other franchises that Pixar owns, until they get tired of it as well. And let's forget, all the Disney is remaking all the movies, and yes, there's people say, but Disney owns Marvel, but they're making Marvel woke. Okay, people have been saying we don't want woke Marvel. We just want to have lots of fun movies. We don't want no agenda. Okay, but Disney of course doesn't care. The Eternals is going to be woke. Disney's not going to care because then what do they think matters more? What matters more? Okay, Disney's not going to care if the Eternals get banned in certain countries because that stuff is controversial in certain countries like Russia and the Middle East. They don't care. Disney will not care. Okay, Disney only cares about money, and people are like, oh, Disney, but Disney only cares about money. Okay, listening to fans is important, and this is something that Disney probably won't do. Okay, because as long as as the garbage remakes continue making $2 billion a year, they'll probably still not listen to the fans. And yeah. And there's many, many, many more instances where basically companies have bowed down to the SJWs. Okay? They have bowed down to the 5 people on Twitter and the SJWs. But there are other movies that did not. For example, this movie, A Real Bell Angel, if you see behind the scenes, the people who made this movie, kind of like the Sonic movie, really cared about the IP, and they didn't change it for Twitter. And yeah, like the Sonic movie, the people who made this movie seem to really care about this movie. About this series and about what this series means to some people before, to the people who already knew what it was. It was the same thing with the Sonic movie. It's also a coincidence that they came out on exactly the same day as well. So, it just seems that caring about a franchise is more important than watching out a garbage blockbuster that is just terrible. If you want to go for the example of terrible blockbusters for our 2017, for our 2015 to 2019, I can be your guest. There's movies like Dark Phoenix, Man in Black International. There's The Incredibles 2. There is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And it goes on and on and on. It's very, very rare when an actual movie actually created by people who care about the property exists. There is the Joker movie. And yes, there'll be people, oh, but that's not the origin story of the Joker. Where are the chemicals? But again, the people who made the Joker had genuine passion and talent put into the movie. Same thing of Alita Battle Angel. It had way more passion into it than Endgame, than any of the Disney remakes had any passion to it other than money grubbing, okay? The people who made Alita didn't really even care if the movie made money. They just cared that people liked the product. And of course, some stuff has to make money. But again, and now let's get into the whole eyes controversy. Even though when the Aladdin movie was shown its trailer, people immediately forgot about Alita's eyes. People who were making all those memes about it that were not funny. But yeah, there are much more uncanny movies that are definitely much more uncanny than Alita Battle Angel, okay? Alita Battle Angel actually had some of the most realistic looking CGI I've ever seen in a movie, okay? Way more realistic than the Lion King remake. Okay, I'm the Lion, and and guess what? The people who made this movie didn't listen to Twitter. Oh yes, such a novel concept. Not listening to Twitter. The 5 people on Twitter, the people who will not go out to see your movie. And guess what? And 1 year later, guess what? Now we have companies literally listening to the fans with Sonic the Hedgehog. And hopefully, in Hollywood, this trend continues. Will companies defy the 5 people on Twitter, and the 5 people on Twitter continue to rule in the power. Maybe one day we'll have an actual good Dragon Ball movie, live action Dragon Ball movie that actually is like Dragon Ball. Because it has been shown that it can work with fan, and now let's go to like Dragon Ball, okay? It has been shown that yes, this stuff can work. Yeah, movies like Endgame and stuff with all this, these comic book characters being brought to life. Dragon Ball Z is no harder than your average Marvel blockbuster to make. So yeah, maybe Hollywood should make a Dragon Ball movie that's actually good. And actually, if they really want to make a good Dragon Ball movie, they have to put someone who actually cares about the property instead of someone like Elizabeth Banks who only wants to make everything woke and garbage. And we can just go over the amount of 2019 movies that have failed because they're woke. And yes, listening to the fans is important, okay? And I already proved the hypocrisy in many points, where the SJWs demanded various things to be changed about certain games, certain movies, and the list can go on and on and on and on, okay? They have demanded many things to be changed in movies, and many things to be changed in games, books, and everything else. And that's basically it. Goodbye.